This is lesson 6. Find the percent and the whole. I'm going to use the one-step equations, set it up to do cross product to solve for the one-step equation. There are other ways, but this is the one that you're going to be working with for probably at least through middle school. So we're going to go ahead and set it up. Okay, first I want you to write is of on top of your paper. Then I want you to write part, whole, and percent over 100. So those are some main things that you need to remember. If you see is in a number, is goes on top because it's part of the whole, which is of a number. Is part of the whole. And every time you see a percent sign, you're going to put it over 100. That's the first thing you need to do. If you see a percent in your problem, put it over 100. And then look for is of. Okay, let's look at number 1. What percent, so it's wanting to know what percent of 600 is 12. So your x is going to be your percent because we don't know it. We're looking for it. Of 600. If you look up here, you see of is on bottom. So 600 is on bottom. Is on top. So 12 goes on top. Okay? And then you need to do your cross product, which let me get some notebook paper. Should have been doing it on notebook paper. So, x over 100 equals 12 over 600. Cross product. I am going to multiply across. Okay. So, if I multiply across, I have 100 times 12 is going to equal 600x. And then all you have to do is solve for x. Okay, so if you have 1200, because when you multiply 100 times 12, you get 1200. And you have 600x. Remember, I am solving for x. So if I want to get x all by itself, I have to get 600 off of it. And to do that, you're going to do opposite of what it's doing to get rid of the 600. So ask yourself, what is x doing to the 600? It's multiplying. So if I want to get it off, I need to do the opposite of multiplying, which is divide. Sometimes it helps if you draw a line to say whatever you do to this side, you have to do to this side. You have to keep things balanced. So 1200 divided by 600 is 2. You want that crossed out, so you're left with x. And if you look back at your question, what percent? So your answer would be 2%. Okay, now that I've shown you how to work it out by cross product, I'm going to help you set them up. I'm not going to work them out. You need to work them out, but I'm going to help you set them up. So number 2 is $4 is what percent? So I'm still looking for a percent. $4 is. Where's your is? It's on top. Is what percent of 50? You look up here, of is on bottom, so 50 goes on bottom. When you do your cross product, it should look 50x equals 4 times 100. It doesn't matter which side x is on. It doesn't matter how you set it up because it's always going to come out the other way, or the same way. If I did 100 times 4, I still would do 100 times 4 and 50 times x. So it's just reversed. The order doesn't matter. So solve for x. And your answer will be a percent. So your answer will be a percent. Number 3, what number is 35% of 20? So again, you see the percent sign. That's the first thing I would do. 35 over 100, because that's my percent, equals, what number is 35% of 20? Of 20. Okay, so your cross product would look like 100x equals 35 times 20. Solve for x. The numbers skip around, so we're actually on number 7. What percent, so I'm looking for my percent, of 400 is 72. So 400 of 400 is 72. Cross product would be 100 times 72 equals 400x. Solve for x. Number 8. One percent, so I'm going to immediately put that over my 100, of what number is 7? Is on top, of is on the bottom, and we don't know what it is. So 7 times 100 equals 1x. Solve for x. And we have number 9. 33 is 50% of what number? I see my percent. The first thing I'm going to do is put it over 100. 33 is, where is my is? It's on top of what number? Of what number? Okay, cross product. Let's look at number 10. What number is 3% of 100? Of goes on bottom, is. Okay, same thing, cross product, find for x. Oops, sorry. Number 13. What number is 60% of 600? What number is 60% of 600? Where does your of go? On the bottom. So, of 600. Let's look at 14. What percent, I'm looking for my percent, it didn't give it to me, of 300 is 300. Is 300 of 300. Don't let it trick you. 300 times 100 equals 300x. Number 15. 10%, so I'm going to go ahead and put that over 100, of what number is 30? Is on top, so is 30 would go on top, and X would be on the bottom. Then we're going to do 17. Again, I'm sorry, I'm rushing through this. The bell's fixing to ring, and I'm just helping you set these up. And understand is of part of the whole and percent over 100. Number 17. Of 200 guessed. So if I write is of, I know right now of the 200, 200's going on the bottom. 154 attended the wedding. So 154 is part of the whole. So 154 over 200. What percent, so I'm looking for my percent, is invited? The invited guests attended the wedding. So when you get this, you should answer in a sentence or at least label it like guests attended. Okay. Number 18. The memory card on Melcher's digital camera can hold about 400 pictures. Melcher used 24%. There's my percent sign. So I know I'm going to put 24 over 100. And then he used about 24% of the memory card while taking pictures at a family reunion. How many pictures did Melcher take at a family reunion? Well, if he took 24%, and we know it holds about 400, that's your whole. 400 is the whole card, memory card. So your whole goes on the bottom. What part did he use? Because this part is going to be 24%. Okay, sorry I rushed through it, but if you need help, I'll be in my room 7:15, 7:30 in the morning. Please wait by the door until I get here. And you can also reply questions to the Google Classroom, and I can try to answer them if I check my mail tonight.